Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make an exposed shoulder poncho. Start by laying out your project and smoothing it out. And then for this project, I started down at the lower right-hand corner. I just picked up the top piece of fabric, a single layer, and pulled it straight up off the table. Took it all up in my hands, and then I'm going to secure it by using sinew. Sinew is what creates the white lines. As I'm working my way down the geode, I want the ultimate project to have a really sort of natural random feel. So I'm doing different widths in between each section. So some of them are narrow and closer together, others are quite far apart, some are big, some are small. That's what gives it the randomness. Now I'm creating a second geode. So I flattened out the shirt again, and I just picked up a single pinch of fabric, took it all up in my hand, and I'm going to do that all over again. Different widths and ruffling it up in between each tie to really try to give it a random feel. Now with the rest of the material, I'm just going to treat it as if it's a third geode, and I'm just going to keep on wrapping all the way down to the end, doing the same thing that I have been doing. Different size widths, small, medium, large, close together, far apart, all of that. And I also want to add a side note. I have heard that Rayon is super duper delicate when wet. Yeah, it's delicate, but I am pulling the sinew tight. I'm not being reckless with the material, but I'm also not, you know, having kid gloves on. I'm doing what you need to do to get those white lines, and that is pulling the sinew tight. This is going to be an ice dye, so you want to find a container that is similar to the size of your project. This one might be a little bit large, but that's okay. I'll just have to add extra ice. But you don't want to put it in a gigantic container because you do want the muck to be around your project. And you don't want to have so much muck that your project is floating in several inches of water. So that's why it's good to have a container that's the right size for your project. Put on your mask and give your project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure. Now add your ice, and you want to make sure that all of your project is covered under ice, but you don't want to have the whole entire container full of ice. I'd say this probably has a good 1-inch layer on it. Then you're going to set it aside and you're going to trust the muck. So you don't want to mess with your bowl if you don't have to. Now, if you have to move it, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I like to just set it and forget it and trust the muck. It's been 24 hours since the ice is melted, and now it's time for the rinse out. You want to start by using cold water, and that's going to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fibers, and then gradually increase the water up to hot and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine and I do a hot water cycle. I do a second hot water cycle using Synthropol, which is a textile detergent that is now called Kirillon if you're looking to buy it, and I have a link for it down below in the description box. And then I do a third hot water cycle using Millsoft. And what Millsoft does is it brings softness back into the fabric after the dyeing process. I also get that from Dharma, and there's a link down below for that. Now, Millsoft is not a necessary step. You don't have to do it. I choose to do it because I like my shirts to feel as soft as possible. Gildan shirts can become rather scratchy and stiff feeling, so I needed a solution for that, and Dharma recommended Millsoft, and I like it. Sometimes I'll even throw just a little bit of Downy in there for even added extra softness and to make them smell good. Then I throw it in the dryer, and we'll come back and we'll see our results. This is the blank, and I took the picture off of Dharma's website. So here it is, guys. What do you think? I really love the way that this turned out. I think the colors are absolutely gorgeous. And when it's hanging up, it has a nice asymmetrical look, and I really do like that. This is a beautiful shirt, and I'm really proud of the way it turned out. So what do you guys think of this shirt? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all to get notifications of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.